Cave trolls and hobbits. Two things. Not one. Not one, but two things you guys should keep in mind for 2020. I've been feeling it out. I've been feeling out the past couple of days what should be done for this year. I've been feeling out what happened for 2020, for 2019, and therefore I've been trying to feel out for this next year. Let me know if the music is too loud in the background, you guys. Anywho, and write in capital letters because I'm driving and I can't see you. Name of the game. Name of the spiritual game. Go ahead, lady. Nope, you're not gonna do it. All right. Snooze, you lose, sucker. The name of the game has been push, push, push. Make it happen, make it happen, make it happen. No excuses. Get off your ass. Stop watching Netflix. Stop being, you know what I mean? It's been a very sort of masculine push 2019, as it should have been. For me, at least, as it should have been. We needed that push. We needed to make, especially me, needed to make that shit happen. I feel like if you guys are watching this video, you're watching it for a reason. So this message somewhat is for you. And I don't mean that loosely. I mean that literally. If we're in the vortex, we're in the vortex. So, remember when I was doing the card pulls the other day and I was doing all the different signs and remember how the theme kept showing up as stop being flashy and just one step after the other? This is why I titled this video as Cave Trolls and Hobbits. See, there's nothing particularly, but so here's the premise of the video. The premise of the video is it's been a while since I've written a research paper. I'm trying to think of a thesis on the spot, a nice two to three sentence thesis for you guys to introduce this video. My thesis is without proper integration of the darkness, that which is on the subconscious will mutate and it will become distorted. Something like that. It's a working thesis. It's a working thesis. The point is, we need to really focus on chilling the fuck out for 2020, you guys. We gotta focus on chill. We got a lot of fire. We got a lot of fire. We got a lot of lower chakra energy. Not that it's a bad thing. Not that it's a bad thing. Circling. Anywho, here's what we got to do. Hobbits aren't flashy. This is one thing we have to avoid in 2020. We have to avoid the flashy moves. We have to avoid making the big, giant leaps. Avoid the Louis Armstrongs. Avoid the Armstrongs. I'm talking about the dude who one small step for man, one large leap for mankind. We gotta stop watching the big motivational videos that are like, you can buy the $1 million house. You can do it. Fuck that. You know what 2020 is about? 2020 is about being the Hobbit. It's about taking small ass bites and chewing the fuck out of them. You know what I mean? You take a bite of something, you chew it thoroughly, you swallow that bitch. Plain and simple. Here's what happens. There is a method to success that we all overlook. And it goes a little something like this. every task that you finish successfully is a positive check mark. Every task that you need to finish that you don't is a negative check mark. This is simple. This is how we're going to do it in 2020 right here, guys. This is how we're going to do it. Paragraph 1. If what you're doing is worthy of making a YouTube video on, it's probably not the best. It's not the best task that you're performing. That's how mundane I'm talking 2020 has got to be for success for us, you guys. If any of your shit is worthy of writing home, if any of your shit is worthy of posting on Instagram, if any of it's worthy of making a YouTube video, then it's probably not the route we need to be taking. I'm talking, today, I meditated for 10 minutes in the morning. That's the type of shit we need to be doing in 2020. Not flashy, simple as hell. Today, I'm gonna write 4 emails. Simple. Set them up, knock them down. If every single day of 2020, this is the beginning of a new decade. It's fucking important. I don't know if you guys remember going into 2010. I didn't, because I wasn't paying attention, and that's why the teens were chaos for me. But the 20s is gonna be something different. The 20s, at least 2020, is gonna be methodical. It's gonna be relaxed, and it's gonna be relaxed because we're not trying to take huge jumps. It's simple. Sit up half your day. There's another thing with the cave troll. Cave trolls in the Lord of the Rings are twisted. They're manipulated. They've spent too much time in the dark, and they've sort of morphed. Now, as soon as they see the sunlight, they turn to stone. That's how twisted the subconscious can become if you don't acknowledge it enough. That when you do cast light upon it, it turns to stone, like the cave troll. But we will fix that in 2020. We will fix that by taking more time for ourselves, by going on more walks, by, instead of trying to get 100,000 subscribers on a YouTube channel, we're gonna try to make 100 quality ass videos from start to finish. Or instead of trying to make 20,000 sales with the company this year, I'm gonna try to make only 100. Fuck that. Instead of trying to make 20,000 sales this year, I'm gonna try to make 50 quality relationships this year with people that are in my field, as motivated as I am, got a good head on their shoulders, and got a good vision. That's it. Simple. I'm not saying that you shouldn't go for the big things. I'm just saying I don't think 2020 is for that. I think 2020 is about setting them up and shooting them down. As simple as that. Bada bing, bada boom, ma. You paint houses? Are you a painter? You guys paint houses? I need a house painted. You think you can handle it for me? You think you can handle painting some houses for me? There is something to be said. There is something to be said about doing the simple things extraordinarily well. Showing up on time. Making the phone call when you said you'd make it. Getting the package out on time, Keith. Not cutting corners, not getting to the end of a project and kind of getting tired and half-assing the end of it because it's late, right? Like I said, this shit's not, this video might not be as exciting as you had hoped. Oh shit, 2 cave trolls, hobbits, fuck 2020, trigger, clickbait. He used numbers and trending topics. It's got to be important. It's not. I mean, it's not that it's not important. It's just it's not as exciting as you think, which is the whole fucking point of this video. Is that we chase excitement so goddamn much that we become imbalanced. Excitement is a wonderful thing, but we chase excitement so much that we forget to do the mundane things well. You know that this is an article that I read about millennials. Is that unlike any generation prior to the millennials, we find it so difficult to handle the simple tasks. Paying bills on time, writing a letter, responding to emails, responding to a fucking text, calling somebody back, finding car insurance, finding health insurance, like mundane shit millennials cannot handle. Because millennials have been the senses of my generation, and probably worse for the younger generation X, whatever the next one is, we're so used to being hammered with the latest and greatest, the shiniest, the most beautiful women we can stare at with the touch of a button on our phone. We can swipe through dates on apps. Everyone wants to get richer with the invention of the internet. Anyone on the planet can become a millionaire, so everyone wants to become a millionaire, but what a lot of people don't realize is that a lot of us aren't cut out to be millionaires, which is a completely different video topic. But the point is, y'all need to chill. Handle your shits. Also focus. That was another thing. 2020 was another time for becoming masters of our craft, which is where the Hobbit came in. Well, the Hobbit comes in from, there's nothing flashy about the Hobbit. So you think of Lord of the Rings, you've got the Balrog, which is the giant fiery beast that kills Gandalf the Grey. And then of course you have Gandalf the Grey, the most fucking magical bastard in the whole series. You've got the crazy ass orcs, you've got the beautiful majestic elves, you've got the dwarves that carve out stone in the mines of Moria. And they're over here making armor and making mithril that can't be penetrated by even cave trolls. You know what I'm saying? There's all kinds of flashy beasts, but it's the least flashy creature in all of Middle Earth that saves the day. And who is it? Hobbits. They're not the tallest. They're small. They walk around barefoot. You know what hobbits like to do? They like to merry-make. They like to have barbecues and drink ale and sing songs and dance around on grass. That's in garden. That's what hobbits do. It's a great life. It's simple. It's clean. It's pure. It's more than anything else satisfying. Simple and sincerely satisfying. That's going on another t-shirt. Simple and sincerely satisfying. Someone write that down. Anywho, I think that's what 2020 is about. Simple and sincerely satisfying. Otherwise, we turn into the fucking cave troll. Because when we don't keep it simple and we're not satisfied, we have to fill our lives with shit so that we don't realize how miserable we are. We have to fill our lives with all the flashy devices. We have to fill our lives with the things that are worthy of Instagram posts and the things that are worthy of YouTube videos and the things that are worthy of writing home about. And we fill our lives with these things because our actual life sucks balls and we refuse to acknowledge it. That's the bummer. So it's like we make, and then it's so hard to be flashy all the time. It's so difficult to try to take the biggest fucking mouthful you can every single time that we get burnt out. And the things that we once loved, we now detest as much as we loved them before, as much as we hate them now. And it's not because the thing has changed. The thing has been the same from the start, but we have changed. The way we do things has changed. So I think it's only fitting for a number of reasons that 2020 should be back to the basics. Go on more walks. Have more barbecues with the fam. How about this for 2020? More barbecues with the fam, less hours behind the computer screen trying to make money so that we can buy things to impress people that we don't give a fuck about to begin with. How about that? How about that for a t-shirt? We'll put this on a t-shirt. 2020. More barbecues and beers and oregano with the fam instead of hours behind the computer staring at a computer screen trying to make ends meet so that you can afford things that you want to buy to impress people that you don't give a fuck about to begin with. It'll be a really big t-shirt. It'll be in the front, in the back, maybe some of the sleeves. We'll get it handled. There's another train on the side of the freeway. I had the train dream. I did the video this morning. There's a train next to me. Doing the video now, and there's another train. What up? Shout out Amtrak. How about this 2020? Take a fucking train ride. That's one of my favorite things about trains, is that they take you from point A to point B, but you get to enjoy the ride. See, right now I'm driving, I gotta look at this guy, I gotta look at that guy, I gotta make sure this asshole in front so I can not hit his brakes, I gotta make sure that asshole behind me is not tailgating me in case this asshole up here hits the brakes, and then it's a whole clusterfuck of shenanigans. I gotta make sure the popo ain't trying to gun me. And anywho, when you get on a train, you sit down, you get to your destination, but you don't have to do the driving. It's like, Jesus, take the wheel. Jesus, take the wheel. You can look at the ocean, you can look at the mountains, you can have a brewkowski with the homie, you can slip in a quickie in one of the side rooms or the closet storage area or something like that. I don't know, there's just a lot. There's a lot of potential with slowing down. There's a lot of potential of just, you know what I mean? But oh, that's right. This is the year we must master shit. I forgot about that. So check this out. When it comes, this paradigm fits perfectly mastering things, which is what came up for at least three different signs that we did the 2020 reading for. Mastery of your craft came up, which makes perfect sense, because if we eventually want to get to the big flashy things like growing a paradise forest is one of the things I want to do. If we want to get to that point, we must conquer our fields. We must master it is what we came here to do. So Keith, I don't know what I came here to do. I don't know what I came here to do. Fucking do something. How about this? Write down the 3 things you think are your purpose. Sit on it for a day or 2. Meditate on it. Go have some beers with the homie and keep the piece of paper in your back pocket for a couple days about it. Come back and go, of these 3 things, right now, this is what I'm feeling. Take the number 1 thing and fucking slay. Say, Keith, oh, well, it's not, my passion changes after a couple weeks. I don't care if your passion changes after a couple weeks. If your passion changes that rapidly, then your excitement might be driven by things that are there to cover up how miserable you are. Not for sure, but I'm just throwing it out there. If you're constantly bouncing from one exciting thing to another, it's probably because you're masking, what did we call it earlier? You're masking the lack of a sincere something. I can't remember. Hopefully someone wrote down that t-shirt. You're covering up how miserable you are. If you're constantly going from excitement to excitement and you cannot stand a dull moment, or you cannot stand the mundane, it's because you can't sit still with yourself long enough before you realize how shitty your life is. Then you go, oh, this is why I don't meditate. This is why I can't stay still. This is why I like to flood my life with so much useless excitement. Because underneath it all, when the excitement is gone, I'm miserable. Fucking miserable. This sucks. So become masters of a craft. Pick your favorite thing. Pick something that's been there your whole life. Yes, it's gonna suck at points. Yes, you're gonna hit a dull part, whether it's editing or listening to the same audiobook fucking 6 times to make sure you didn't have any mistakes in there, or you don't like doing the thumbnails because thumbnails take so much time and you want to just get the fucking video out there already, or you don't want to write emails, or you don't want to put the time into making new labels for your products, or whatever the dull, mundane shit is that you're avoiding. That's what we need to be focusing on for 2020. But the cool thing is that we will actually be doing less work. We will be doing less work, have more free time. The work that we are doing will be done more efficiently. And instead of trying to buy a fucking yacht at the end of the year, we will have done been hanging out with the fam, barbecuing, having brewkowskis, or your botanical mixed drinks without alcohol because you're just about that non-alcohol. Whatever it looks like for you. Just give yourself time. Give yourself space, you know? We have all of eternity to do what we want. Whether it's this life or the next fucking infinite amount of lives that we have. We have time for everything. Everything. If we don't stop and smell the goddamn roses every once in a while, it will all be for nothing. My friend hit me up the other day. I haven't talked to her in a while, but I guess she's on meds now because she's just having a hard time. And she's super anti-meds, but she's desperate. Like, fuck, do what you gotta do, boo-boo. She was like, I feel like the magic is gone. Like, I haven't felt fucking... She's like, I'm a magical ass creature, but I haven't felt magic in a long time. And I was like, damn, I feel you. Like, I feel you. And you're not the only one. Like, there's been a lack of luster to the world lately for a lot of people. And the reason why is because we haven't... Magic, beauty, this shit needs acknowledgement. It needs a witness to be real. You know, does that make sense? If it doesn't make sense, here's a perfect example. The particle and wave. The wave turns into a particle upon witness. The magic turns into the reality upon having a witness. And this is why we fucking lose the magic. We lose the magic because we forget to give witness to it. And magic is everything. It's a fucking sunset. It's going mushroom hunting after a good rain. It's going for a walk to your favorite soundtrack under a full moon, you know what I mean? Or doing a little full moon hike in the mountains with the homies and sharing a joint and fucking merrymaking. Like, that's magic, you guys. That's magic. Meeting up with the fam to make tacos and tostadas. That's the magic. That's what it is. That's where it's all at. It's not in buying the jewelry, buying the house, buying the boat. It's bearing witness to the beauties of the world. And the more we forget to do that, the more we get caught up in the rat race, we lose the magic. Time out. I don't want to criticize too bad the hustle and the grind. I hustle, I grind. That's not the point. This video is about 2020. It's about working on something a little different. You wouldn't swim upstream, right? You would swim downstream. You want to go with the flow. Problem is, most people go with any old flow. We need to set our own flow, and then we need to make our own lazy river and then get inside of it. Make the lazy river, then get inside. Make the lazy river, and then get inside. Don't hop in any old lazy river because we don't know where the fuck that's going. Don't be too passive. This is what I mean by the balance of masculine and feminine. Masculine sets up your borders, sets up the paradigm, and then the feminine is the flow that takes you there. Following the border, following the outline of the masculine precedence. If that makes any sense. Yeah. What up, y'all? I can hardly read, unless you guys, I keep telling you guys to type capitals so I can read it at a glance. I can't read lowercase writing. It's like checking the clock. I can see it's 4:13 right now. Hey, my birthday, 4:13. I've been seeing that number a lot. Damn. Rebirth. We got rebirth coming. At least it's 4:13 over here. Actually, it's not 4:13. The clock is wrong. Either way, it says 4:13 on the clock. But be like the Hobbit this year, you guys. Merrymaking. Hobbits don't wear shoes. I always say, take your shoes out, be like the Hobbit. Get the squad together. Slow down. Listen to some good music. Drink some good beers. Smoke some good herb. Be with the good people. If you don't, you'll turn into the fucking cave troll. And you will be twisted and distorted. And things will look wonderful on the outside. And you'll have a smile on your face. But inside the cave, you're just a fucking troll. And you're so demented, so twisted by the darkness, that as soon as sunlight touches you, you turn to stone and are destroyed. I feel like I just wrote a paper for one of my classes. I used to love writing papers in college, for whatever. I hated starting, but I loved when I actually started writing papers. I really did. I used to write my homies papers for money in college. They make like $300 a paper. It's awesome. Anywho, oh, there we go. I see Tahuti energy. It's the first thing I saw. Anyway, thanks for writing in capital letters because I can see you guys without crashing. Appreciate it. But I think that's it. I think that's it for the video as far as the video goes. Homeboy, get off my ass. There's nobody in the fast lane. And there's everybody in the slow lane. And you won't just get over to the fast lane. You'd rather just caress the booty. You'd rather just caress the booty. Is that how they do it back in Utah? It's got Utah plates. Is that how they do it back in Utah? Captain Utah, Captain Ride a Plate. Now that you guys are all typing capitals, I feel like you're yelling at me. I feel like I'm being yelled at right now. Sometimes I feel like yelling at people just to get a yelling out. Like, I'm not actually mad that I'm being tailgated. It just feels good to yell at someone for being a dickhead. Maybe it's... I don't know what it is. But it is satisfying. Alright. Any other questions? Are we good? Are we out of here? Is it time? It's time to take shoes off, stay a while, or what? I think the chat might have broken because somebody just sent the same message like 8 times in a row. And then nothing else came after that. So, with that being said, maybe we'll do a tarot pull tonight. Maybe we'll tarot and chill tonight. Take your ass home for questions. Okay, you guys can stop typing in caps now. I feel like I'm being yelled at. I feel like the whole chat room is just hyped as fuck from all the capital letters. It's making me anxious. I'll talk to you guys in a little bit. Actually, I'll wait until I get off the freeway because I can't be fucking with that. So you guys can just chill.